It's a part of downtown rich with history dating back to the 1800s. But since the middle half of the last century, Washington Avenue in St. Louis has at times been on the decline. I'm Nathan Vickers for First Alert Ford. Today, Washington Avenue is becoming a place for new growth where developers see opportunities for residential, retail, and restaurants. But part of moving forward means marketing this part of the city and showing that Washington Avenue is making a comeback. A buzzing atmosphere for cocktails and cuisine.
There's a beat here, there's a pulse here.
Is the kind of nightlife Jordy Logan has worked to cultivate at the moniker.
The idea of the moniker is to embody your nickname, alter ego. That only can be achieved in a place where you're comfortable. So it speaks to community and people coming here and having fun and feeling home.
In a way, Logan is at home. He's also lived in downtown St. Louis for the past several years.
There's such a positivity around here. There's such a buzz. There's so much motion.
The same goes for his business partner, Brittany Ofadile.
There's more residents that are moving downtown every single day.
Together, they've created an evening hotspot for nightlife in their own neighborhood, one they see growing and changing.
It is absolutely becoming a neighborhood of individuals who are young and professional, individuals who are maybe even commuting in and out, families, myself, you know, people who love the loft life don't necessarily always want a house.
And just this week,
you want it for here or to go?
Corey James has reopened Bella's, formerly a froyo shop, now a spot for coffee and pastries.
I think we're heading in a great direction.
He lives downtown too and saw the need for a corner cafe.
You want to be able to walk out your neighborhood, head to a coffee shop.
To him and his customers, it reflects the evolution of downtown and especially Washington Avenue as a neighborhood.
There's a lot of people down here that really get to know each other and support each other.
We see a lot of students. We see a lot of residents. We see a lot of people who live, who own property downtown, and not just renters. I mean, you see people who've been down here for even longer than I have.
In the last 20 years, downtown St. Louis has grown from a population of roughly 3,000 to more than 10,000 as of the last census. Part of that is driven by a shift from office space to residential.
We do get a lot of demand.
Alex Oliver is another downtown resident who now owns several apartment buildings along Washington.
It's a mix of everything. So it is attractive for families to come down here. It's attractive for young single people to come down here. You know, there's cocktail bars, there's restaurants, there's sit-down places.
Oliver's company has bought and updated properties like Bogan Lofts and Sixth Chord, adding amenities and community spaces. He's also building a food hall and event space with plans to open later this year. What opportunity did you see here on Washington Avenue?
So what really got our attention was I guess quite honestly, the scale of distress. There's a lot of apartments that were distressed, out-of-town owners, management that was not very hands-on. And that once things started to get away from them, it really got away quickly.
And what changes have you tried to make from the previous owners?
Especially in like a post-COVID world, we've seen people that are renting by choice are looking for connections. They're looking for neighbors. They want amenities. They want spaces where they can gather. Fitness center, community spaces, coffee bar. So that's one of the main focuses we do. The other piece is addressing deferred maintenance.
Now he sees a kind of unique identity emerging.
Wash Ave is very distinct from a lot of the other pockets of downtown. So we really wanted to help identify, primarily to retailers and residents and potential business owners, of why is it different?
What makes Wash Ave distinct?
Summarizing it in a word, it's walkability. That fundamentally is what is unique about Wash Ave, is incredibly walkable. There's residents here, so you can leave your apartment during the day, come down, there's retail activation, you can get coffee, you can get breakfast, you can get lunch.
How do you cultivate a neighborhood here downtown?
It's not starting from scratch. You know, a lot of the retailers that we're excited about being here have been here 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years already here. Another piece of it is then intentionally bringing in retailers that are amenities to the neighborhood. As you get more retail activation, it's a better place people want to live. The more people that live here, the more they can support more retailers, and it keeps everything moving the direction up.
Oliver is part of an effort to market that shift.
Yeah, this looks really good.
They're working with STL Bucket List, a popular Instagram account run by Luke Farrell and a team of content creators.
Every core part of St. Louis starts with a vibrant downtown.
What part of that story do you think has been missing?
I think it's just the pure storytelling aspect of the local entrepreneurs that make that community special.
They've helped to build a new following for the district, Wash Ave, featuring its businesses and people.
Step outside and everything connects. Lunch, coffee, meetings, and happy hour are all just a short walk away. This is what a walkable office environment actually looks like. It is the front door to St. Louis, so when people come to the Dome for an event, content, Wash Ave is their first impression of St. Louis. So when we think about that neighborhood, is how can we put our best foot forward?
So how does this all translate into content?
So the content is actually easy for us because all we're doing is just telling the story of what's already there.
But like any neighborhood, there are things to work on, like public safety and perceptions of crime downtown.
Every downtown metro area has a lot of the same challenges. I just think it depends on where you highlight.
It's time to kind of like let that go. It's a thing of the past. It's a thing that kind of, you know, what tears you down also builds you back up because you realize this is not what you want.
I think that there's a really negative perception. Let's be honest, we can face it, we can talk about it. They're doing so many different things to alleviate that. We are banding together with the neighborhood associations to be able to have people out in the streets to make it clear that we are here.
Many see a need for retail to support residents.
Yeah, we definitely need another grocery store.
Bad. Bad.
You want to see pharmacies, you want to see an urgent care.
Infrastructure is a big piece of like how do we make this maintain.
And Oliver says national brands are part of the equation too.
The day we land an Apple store on Wash Ave, I think we can say we've successfully, attracted the corporate sponsorship that is, looking for what's a strong neighborhood. I mean, there's a reason why those retailers are currently not here. When you're a national brand, you've got a whole team of people doing data and analytics and figuring out where you do and don't put stores, what corners you put them at. When those things come together, that's when you see a neighborhood grow.
In some ways, a growing downtown neighborhood is no different than any other.
Moving forward is us working together, being together as a community.
Moving forward means creating a place that supports its people.
Where it looks like and where it's going, that's what we need to be excited about. There's so many things that need to be changed that are changing. There's so many things that need to happen that are happening. That's the story that has to be told. We're happy, we're safe, and we're comfortable.